The block. So once you're in there, you've got literally no one to talk to except for the guys at the window, and you have to shout because it's hard to hear them as well because there's a gap between each cell, and it's not even a proper window. You have to speak through the little vents. Um, yes, and that's it. So they open the flap and ask you what you're waiting for your dinner, and chuck the dinner in. And literally, you're in there for 23 hours, bro.
So how's the food inside there? The food that they give you?
Well, the food they give you is small portions, but it was not too bad because we had the guys inside cooking it most of the time. So they used to do it with passion, you know what I mean? Most of the elder guys. So the food was not too bad, but we used to cook our own food.
Okay.
So
Okay. As you say, you see inside the block.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was the environment when it come to like the temperature and things like that? Was it cold? Was it hot? How was it? Is it?
oh man, they had heating there,
Okay.
and they used to, we had our own blankets because we was able to buy our own stuff. So in that sense, it was alright. It was cold, I would say, more in the dungeons when you first go into like a remand
Okay.
jail. Then it's proper cold, and it's a horrible looking, man. It's not nice.
How was the block?
Well, I was in there for 28 days, and they kept me in there till they shipped me out to another jail. And for the first 3 days,
So that's basically a month. Just about a month.
a month,
Okay.
literally, and first 3 days was horrible because there's nothing you can do. So I started reading books. I started reading urban books. It was a mad. I never got so excited reading a book like you. I kept on closing it, and trying to, trying to stop time so I can think about the book and then read it later to see what happens. It was just weird like that. I never used to read books, man.
So-
And there's radio as well. You get a little radio. That was my only two entertainment: the book and the radio. Oh yeah, and a pen and a paper so I could write letters.
See the radio. Did you get that given to you,
Yeah.
or is it something that you have to work hard to get in there for behaviour?
Well, if you mess about inside the block, they take that off you. So they start you off with the radios, because that's nothing in there. That's it's a small privilege you get in the block. So if you mess about in the block, start shouting, screaming, like swearing out screws officers, they'll take like a radio away, or they won't give you books.
So in the block, how long would it actually take you, like, to go and like bathe yourself, or get ready, or to go for food or anything like that? How does it work? Like, because I guess you guys haven't got your own facilities to shower inside.
No.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, it's 23 hours bang up, and then you got that 1 hour to do everything else. So for example, you get 15 minutes to make a phone call, 15 minutes to have a shower, and they give you half an hour exercise time. So there's like a little outside in the block. It's like this little that's like a little courtyard, and you just walk around while the officer's watching you. You're by yourself, but it just gets you. I think they just do it so you get some fresh air, But once you're in that block, once they bang you up, you're there from 7 till 4 o'clock. You're not out your cell. And the officers come in at 7 o'clock, and then they come into they ask you, do you want anything to eat, or they ask what do you want for breakfast. So you get to choose what you want, and then they come and give it to your cell. That's around 7 o'clock, and then you have to just sit in your cell or go back to sleep. Sometimes some officers were really horrible. They don't let you sleep. They're like, you need to be sitting down. You're not allowed to lay down, or you lose privileges.
So basically, there actually needs to that's kind of terrorizing the inmates in there, to be honest. Because if they're not letting you guys get any sleep, how did that feel? Did you personally go through that yourself, or
No,
was it?
because what I see what they were trying to do, because you have to sleep through the night, but in the morning, once you're awake, after you've chosen your breakfast and your lunch, well, they want you to sit up and not be going to sleep and just being lazy, you know. So I think they're just trying to
Break you
make your
down?
time harder, yeah, and try to break his time. But I think the guys who was around the block that time with me, they were strong-headed boys, you know. They were having laughs and jokes. It's like they've been there before and they know how to handle the block. Like I was listening to guys saying, "Yeah, I done 100 press-ups today." Another guy, "Well, I'm gonna do 250. I'm gonna do another 100 in a minute." And then they're talking about these books. In the books, it was like urban, ethnic books, and there's a lot of romantic scenes in them. And they're talking about that, and it's just so funny, man. You know, I can tell you about an incident where one of the guys was reading a book, and I think in the book, this person kept on making is imitating funny noises. It's something like nah, or like sound like a goat. So when I heard the boy say, "When the officer comes tomorrow, ask me what I want for breakfast. I'm just gonna do that, make that noise." I woke up in the morning and you can hear all this. The officer asking, "What do you want for breakfast?" You start making that nah noise. And I'm gonna ask you one more time, "What do you want for your breakfast?" You don't get no breakfast. He stayed quiet for about 5 seconds and he went, "Nah." It's just funny. I was just laughing when everyone's cracking up. And they go, "That's it, no breakfast for you." So it was stuff like that was going on, you know. It was,
So basically, you guys, you made the time go past by working out and reading a lot of books.
reading your books.
Is
Yeah.
there one book in particular that stuck with you?
Yeah, I like the Charles Bronson book because
Okay,
it's based about jail
okay.
and how he got in there, and you know that was interesting. And another one called A Child Called It,
Sorry?
a book called A Child Called It.
Okay.
It's a problem that literally made tears come out my eyes when I was reading it. I got so angry with the mother of the book.
Who wrote the book?
It's the actual boy.
Okay.
I forgot the name, but I can't tell you. But I know the book, the name of the book. It's called A Child Called It. I'm telling you, read that book.
Is there anything particular why it made you get so emotional from it?
Yeah,
Or?
because how the mother used to treat the child, not feed it, burn his hands, and things like that. And it used to make me like, how do you do that to your own flesh and blood? You know. I've heard it happen to stepchildren and people like that, but when it's your own flesh, like I don't know how you do it. Don't let them eat, let them, urinate and shit themselves and just leave them there. It was horrible, man. I couldn't understand how a mother can do that. It's just cut it from me.
Yeah.